So Shane,
Yep.
and I know you were crying when I went to your desk, and I apologize for it. Henry Kissinger died. Don't. I know, because he's done so much for humanity. You're going to talk to us about his legacy. Let me know what's going on, please. Thank you.
All right. So basically, Kissinger died last week, and lots of people were talking about it. But one thing caught my eye, which was this story about how he helped Klaus Schwab start the World Economic Forum. So at 32, a young Klaus enrolled in Harvard's Government and Business School in 1965. Schwab had already obtained 2 doctorates at this point, because he just apparently went around getting degrees. And
Is Klaus?
Klaus.
But
he wanted another one.
You say it?
Klaus Schwab.
Yeah. Yes.
Go ahead.
Schwab.
I want to say something funny about him later.
So Kissinger at the time was holding a summer seminar on international relations, which was backed by the CIA for $135,000 in those times. So Kissinger introduced Schwab to a Democratic operative named John Kenneth Galbraith. He had worked at LBJ, JFK administrations, and he was also the Paul M. Warburg Chair of the Economic Department. Interesting that Warburg's the name, because he started the Federal Reserve.
Weird.
As well as Herman Kahn, a military tech lobbyist, famous as the person that they based Dr. Strangelove off.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Dr. Strangelove, the character, is a mix between Herman Kahn and Kissinger himself.
Shut the hell up.
Yeah, that's why he's got the accent.
Oh, that's crazy.
Yeah, so
Kissinger had an accent?
Kissinger?
Kissinger, yeah, it was like
You
a
never
deep
heard him?
German accent.
Oh, God.
Yeah.
He sounds like
He's like,
Klaus Schwab's cousin.
Oh, really?
Yes, we
Yeah.
have to figure this out.
He's like,
Mr.
I don't know, we have to
Well,
bring in the new
That's a
world
pretty good
order.
impression. Do it again.
Yeah, he's like Mr. President.
Yeah. Oh, no, he was a great guy.
It was bomb Cambodia.
Yeah.
So anyways, they're all hanging out together, Dr. Strangelove and Klaus Schwab, and can't make this up. And so it was these 2 people plus a few others from Harvard, Schwab said to the New York Times in 1992, that helped him found the World Economic Forum in Davos. So he gets all this American investing money, goes back to Switzerland, has this first meeting. It's called the European Management Forum. That was the first name for it.
Wow.
And basically, he got 400 capitalists to show up to this, which is like, how did he get that many at that time? Nobody even knew about it. So I think it was pulling a lot of rank with his friends that he met through Kissinger. But it was still not as much as it is today. Schwab then convinces more and more business leaders over time, just basically like, hey, why don't you come? Why don't you come? I have this present
Like a
for
secret,
you.
like a club.
Just like, pushing it, domino effect. Eventually it's like, oh, so-and-so is going, I'm going to go.
Yeah, of course.
That's how these things get started. That's really my point. It's like, these shadowy cabals, they don't just spawn from hell. They come into existence through like real practical means, where people like Schwab are just like these ambitious, like evil weirdos.
Yeah.
And they go to the Ivy Leagues. It's always the Ivy Leagues.
Oh, weird.
Go to the Ivy Leagues.
They groom them.
And this guy, it's like they aren't even American. They're from Switzerland, Germany, whatever. They go to these several colleges in America, and these are the petri dishes that start all of the things that are pushing
Trudeau's cabinet.
tolls on your driving route and your meat consumption limits.
Yeah.
Like, all of this comes from somewhere. So anyways, over time, they get more and more business leaders. Then he gets like environmental people, combines them together. He gets like Ralph Nader and the Green Party from Germany. And that's how they started the ESG concept. And at a 1980 meeting, Kissinger toasted the crowd, for the first time in history, foreign policy is truly global. So I have 2 clips. First one is Schwab fondly reminiscing about his friend Kissinger.
This is Klaus.
This is Klaus talking to Harvard. It was just uploaded to YouTube for everyone to see.
Oh,
Just
great.
Google it.
Imagine hanging out with those guys, though.
Yeah.
It must be
No, I
a
actually don't.
blast.
And Mo, we get
Yeah, you can play.
Yeah.
To the time you said when you came here, it transformed your life. Was there a course, a professor who really made that difference for you?
Yes, there was one course, one seminar of Henry Kissinger, which really opened my eyes. I wasn't accepted to the seminar, but I sat in. I think he let me in because I was German. And it was relatively shortly after the war. There were not too many Germans here. And this created a friendship which has endured until today. And Henry has been several times in Davos. And I think it was mainly participating in his seminars that I developed my interest for geopolitical affairs.
Geopolitical affairs.
And then if you want to say, oh, this was just like a one-time thing, he just connected him to these people, they remain friends to the end of their lives. And if you want to play the second clip, Kelly, you'll see them after having a 30-minute long talk. Schwab talks about their relationship.
Okay. Kelly? Look at this guy.
Dr. Kissinger, our satellite time is running out. What wonderful opportunity to conclude our week here with such concrete proposals and ideas of how we can really create, I would say, a new world order.
Oh, motherfucker.
And
on the screen.
Yeah.
I feel we should be very grateful to you, Henry, for taking the time at a very important day in the United States to be, at least digitally, with us. And on behalf of all those sitting here in the room, I would like to thank you very much. I would like to thank you personally also for the 50-year-long mentorship and all the advice you have given me. Thank you. We appreciate it very much. Please join me.
Dude, that's like the go ahead.
If anyone ever says, like, where do you get this shit from, like these conspiracy theories, where did this guy Klaus Schwab came from? He was 50 years in the making.
50 years by a guy that's been preaching New World Order for long.
Also think now that we've said the term New World Order, we're very likely to get a little YouTube community note underneath our video.
Even though he said it.
Telling us that New World Order is a conspiracy theory that is not true.